Hey everyone, got a couple questions on life insurance that I thought I'd quickly answer while sitting here in the car patiently waiting for my wife. Um, there's a couple types of life insurance. The first one that you've probably all heard about is the term policy. That's the really cheap life insurance coverage that you probably get through your job, or you probably seen an advertisement giving you, $500,000 of coverage for $30 a month. Um, Let me tell you how those things work and how that's possible. First up, the term life insurance. The best way to think of term life insurance is that it terminates. So at some point in time, it will end 10, 20, 30 years even. So what it's doing is it's covering you for that period of time. So when you start that policy, it has no cash value, doesn't build any cash value. And it will pay out the death benefit if you pass away during that period of time. One thing to remember is that most people do not pass away during that period of time. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't get it. It's definitely something you should have, especially if you have like young children, you have a large mortgage. You're in a situation where if you passed away, your family would be in a tough financial situation. That's something you definitely need term life insurance for. It's cheap. Um, and in the event something does happen, it covers them. Okay, so that's term. The next coverage I want to talk about is whole life. The best way to think about that is that it lasts your whole life. So term terminates, whole life lasts your whole life. Whole life insurance, if you get that, you just know that it's something that's going to be there. So as long as you pay for it, you're going to have that coverage, and you'll have a death benefit in the event you pass away, or when you pass away, I should say. Now, whole life insurance has lots of benefits, but it tends to be 3 times the price of term life. And there's a reason for that. The insurance company knows that if you get a whole life coverage and you continue to pay, they have to pay your beneficiary. Term life, on the other hand, if you get that coverage, more than 90% of people never get to use that benefit. So that's a big difference there. Now, whole life is great for knowing that, your final expenses are going to be taken care of, things like funerals, stuff like that. Or if you get whole life early enough, you can get larger amounts of whole life coverage. And then when you pass away, pass that money on to your beneficiaries, wife, children, what have you. Now, there are some variations on that whole life insurance that exist, such as universal life. Universal life insurance is a type of a whole life policy. It lasts till you pass away. However, it offers a bit more flexibility. Things like it builds cash value many times faster than a whole life does. A lot of times you can put additional money into that policy without going through underwriting again. Just many different things you can do. You can use it also to build a tax-free wealth for yourself. You can actually use it to build a tax-free income for yourself down the road. So there's a lot of really great benefits to these policies. Now, I like all of them. I actually have all of them. Each one has their place. And over a lifetime, you probably find a use for each one yourself. But depending on what stage you're in, you may or may not need all of them. But definitely talk to a professional about those coverages. They are extremely useful. Any more questions, please message me, leave a comment. I'll be glad to answer any insurance related questions.